I reckon roadside verges are one of the biggest pains for home gardeners. They're usually covered in lawn and look awful because they're not maintained. The verge is the first impression of your home, and it should say something about your thoughtfulness and clever planning. Now, the verge is one area where you can make a huge impact on the environment. You see, if this huge area, which is my verge, was covered in lawn, well, it's going to take up a lot of water to maintain it, and I just don't have that available. So I'm setting up a verge garden of low-maintenance plants, but at the same time, stunning-looking plants that are going to look good all year round with no maintenance at all. I've laid a very thick layer of green waste mulch. I've added some blood and bone to get it to break down quickly, and then I've spread it all over the verge in a layer at least 100 millimetres deep. Now, I've put some feature rocks on either side of the driveway, and I've added some West Australian grass trees to add shape, beauty and structure to the entrance. These small ones are probably around 150 years old, and the large one is around 250 to 300 years old. What I've done here is selected a whole bunch of some of my absolute heroes for this type of situation, and I planted them in nice big long runs all the way back down heading towards the driveway. This is going to create a fantastic feature. This is Aranda, a native blue flowering dianella which is ideal as a border plant. It gets to just 30 centimetres height with a similar spread, and it grows well in full sun or semi-shade. This is Sweet Mist. She's ultra compact, a red foliage flax, and she makes a delineating starting point of the arch. This will get to around 40 centimetres in height with a similar spread. Now, this one here is one of my all-time favourite plants. It's one of the most popular landscape plants in Australia as well, for a very good reason. It's almost indestructible. It's called Tanika, and it's an absolute beauty. Once it gets established, it requires no extra water, and probably a trim with a whippersnipper every couple of years is all it needs. Tanika is a distant relative of the grass tree, and they work well together in landscapes, complementing each other's foliage and colour contrasts. At this point, we've gradually lifted the height of the plants throughout in a way that profiles them from the road. Now for a colour change again. This is Flamin, and whilst it's green in summer, its foliage turns red in winter like this, and just gets better as the plants mature. It's going to grow to a height of 80 to 90 centimetres, making a strong contrast in foliage colours. Now, the last plant I'm putting in is this one here. Now, it's a lamandra, it's called Katrinus Deluxe. Unfortunately, it's not as commonly available as it should be. It's a brilliant landscape plant. If you want to set up an attractive showpiece to your home's entrance on the verge, then look at these plants. They're not just low maintenance and low water requiring, they're incredibly tough, all of which is good news for the environment and your property's value.